Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new episode of Pokemon Ruby. I was doing some thinking, and we're kind of in a tight spot, to be honest with you, when it comes to types of Pokemon. I was looking at... I'm trying to get my bearings straight on how to explain this, but because of how our team is lined up already, I mean, not including Mawile, of course. We have a Steel and Rock. So this will be their final types when they're fully evolved. You have Ralts at Psychic, which will be Aeron. That's Aggron. That will be Steel and Rock. Swellow normal flying, and Marshtomp or Swampert will be ground and water and ground. So I'm currently going through all the other typings, trying to figure out which Pokemon would be good for like a team. And anytime I did, like, I don't want to really double up any typings, but anytime I looked at the typings, we were basically in a hole or in a really tight spot. I'm like, oh, well, we could do, well, Salamence is Dragon Flying, plus we don't get him until later in the game. So it would be kind of a waste, because you get Bagon at a really low level. And we already have a flying type, so I don't really want to have dual flying types on the team. Well, what about doing Flygon, who's a ground and flying type? We already have a ground. Or we already have a ground with Marshtomp, and that's a water ground. I'm like, okay, well, what about like this one or this one? And anytime I did, the types kept going back and forth and eliminating like each other. Like we're doubling up somewhere. So unfortunately, I think moving forward, we are going to have to maybe pick a Pokemon that has a single typing and not a dual typing, which is fine. I usually tend to stick with dual typing just because it makes it easier. But we can, like, this generation, actually, we need to go heal. This generation did pretty poorly as far as like electric types go. Like, everyone kind of gravitates towards Manectric, but that's because he's like one of the only good ones in the game. You also have Raichu, which is a good one. A Magneton, Electrode. Magneton would be a good one. It's a steel and electric, but we already have a steel type. So it's something. So I mean, we could double up a type as well. I wouldn't be completely against it, but trying to rack my brains around that this past weekend was so much fun. Oh, that's at Route 112. Let's take on, who's up in first? Ralts? Yeah, we'll put Ralts up in first. We got some people to battle. I planned on doing a little bit of training outside of battling, but house projects got in the way, and I figured we can do these trainers. It's no problem at all. Although, Zigzagoon, you're an interesting fella these last few days. Like, you come out with the Thunderbolt, you come out with the Surf. Why you do what you do? Okay, so now he's doing normal attacks. I like that. That was a normal Zigzagoon battle. They should all be like that. Nuzleaf. Okay, so Nuzleaf, I think, starts cracking into Dark. And that's not good. So we'll take Aeron. Let's do... I mean, the Nuzleaf is, or Shiftry, which is Nuzleaf evolved form, that could very well be a Pokemon that we go to, but it doesn't really have the best abilities. Like, it's... Looking at the thing, I would take, in all honesty, looks department wise too, I would probably take Cacturn over Nuzleaf, or over Shiftry. That was a good battle. Camper Larry. And I'm like, oh, well, what if we did Camerupt? And Camerupt is fire ground. I'm like, well, there goes our ground typing again. And I went with Macargo. Years ago, I used Macargo in a playthrough, and holy crap, the speed on that guy is abysmal. And it's nuts. Like that was a horrible typing. You're confused, but you hit me for a solid amount. Do we have potions? No, we do not. So you, we'll switch with Swallow. You're close to level 23. It's a good thing we switched, just in case your next attack actually hits. Oh, no. Interesting. Okay. And that'll get us up to 23. Picnicker Carol. Lombre. That's another one. Like Ludicolo was... I like him. But he's also water grass. And we already have a water type. So, I don't know. What do you guys do? Do you guys usually stick to the script of a diverse team completely? Or do you not really care about it? Okay. We'll stick with Ralts and we'll just switch them in and out for now. But when we get to the top of this mountain, we may just want to put Marshtomp up there. 4. Holy cow, sir. Do we take the bet? The confusion will close. Please don't take him out. Oh my goodness, you are a glass cannon, sir. That hurts. Physically and emotionally, it hurts. I mean, that's an option too. And that was one that got brought up. We could take Beldum down the road and evolve him. And that takes out 2 Pokemon. That takes out Aggron and Gardevoir. And clears up an extra spot on the team. So, I don't know. There's different things I need to weigh with it. We could go with Manectric and get a solid electric type on the team. I feel like everybody goes for Manectric though. Having Metagross on the team would be nice. Having a Steel and Psychic type. You know what I could do? It would take a lot of setting up to do. With just, instead of just having the Retron 5 playing and playing Pokemon Ruby, I could hook up the GameCube and play the bonus disc so we can get Jirachi. I mean, it's the most legit way of doing it. But that's kind of like to me, that's a cheat. I know it's not, but it just feels wrong. Like, oh, using a good powered legendary on the team. It's nowhere near what Mewtwo would be. So we can't go that way yet. We have to go this way. Because that is blocked. So, we gotta make it through this tunnel. See, there's Numel. Can I catch you, buddy? Just in case. What does Tackle do to you? Tackle does a solid amount. Come on. Oh, buddy. Not what I wanted. I'll try again. Tackle. Okay. Don't crit him now. Hey! Do I go for another one? No. Go with the Pokeball. Hopefully this is all we need. But yeah, I'm like, I would have loved to have gone through the team with Gardevoir, but I feel like a lot of people use Gardevoir, so maybe we don't fully go through the rest of the game with him. Aggron isn't bad, but he's also, like, if you look at how people use him, he doesn't really have the stats to back up some things. So he could be one that goes too, but I like Aggron. So, I don't know. There's a lot to think about. You Newell. You're just everywhere. Am I gonna get one more? Nope. Okay, we're clear. We'll take Raspberries. I think that helps with burn. I forgot what this one does. And I'm not planting them because they can't actually grow, which kind of sucks. But unless you put in a new battery, the time stuff doesn't actually work. Let's see here. That heals with poisoning, and Ross does burn. Okay. Who's in first? Whoa, what do you got? Raspberry. Go figure. I don't want to fight you yet. I want to... Well, you could be doing... What's that? What am I doing? I'm thinking about making my own room for using using a Pokemon move. I know, I'll give you this TM. Will you use it and make your own room? Yes, we will. Obtain TM43, which I think is hidden power. Find a big tree that looks like it might drop some vines. Use secret power in front of the tree. Some vines should get free and drop down so you can climb the tree. You'll find a lot of space for putting your favorite things. It'll be your own secret room, a secret base. You should make one too. Another thing, you don't always have to make your secret base in a tree. Try using secret power on rock walls that have small indents in them. I'm going to look for other places too. Okay, bye. So this was awesome, and I loved how they did this in the Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire remakes. Love it. Okay, so we have some more berries. But yeah, so you saw the trees that are used for that, the bigger ones. Let's try and find a rock formation. I don't think... Rest stop. Oh, wait a minute. Can I heal? Oh, I think something might be on the TV. Aren't your Pokemon exhausted? If you'd like, rest up here. It's fine. You should do that. Yes, we should. Ralts is back in the game. Oh dear, are your Pokemon still tired? Just take another rest here. That's fine. No, I'm good. So you don't need to be shy about it. No, that's fine. Thank you very much, though. In search of trainers. Gabby. Hi, today I'm visiting an area near Route 111. We're trying to spot some up-and-coming new talent in the field. Today we turned our lens to the trainer Nord. There's something about this trainer that piqued our interest. The best way to determine how strong a trainer is? Well, the fastest way is to battle. And so we began our investigation. That's how we ended up in a battle with Nord. In a dominating performance, we were flattened, rolled out, and tossed aside. Nord is ruthlessly strong. We asked the trainer for, I never pronounced that word before, Succulent? Summonation of the battle we shared. The combination of Ralts and Marshtomp was divine. The sight of them, Ralts and Marshtomp, selflessly supporting each other in the thick of battle. It was a marvelous sight to behold. Water Gun was the move that trainer used last in our battle. The move Water Gun is Ralts and Marshtomp's sign of friendship. That's a little out there, but okay. After our battle, we asked Nord for, again with that word. I'm gonna have to look that word up. The trainer replied with Excite. Nord's Pokemon Ralts and Marshtomp and Excite. That's deep. There's deep significance behind that quote. Not really. It's no surprise a good trainer has good things to say. That's all for today. See you again on our next broadcast. So that's what happens when you do those ones where you fight the camera guy and the reporter. You'll see him broadcasting it. Let's go Ralts. Lay the smack down. Oh, our Pokemon looks... oh, your Pokemon look like serious actors. What? I have to ask you for an engagement. They're in their Pokeball, so you can't see that. Wingull. Okay, Ralts should be okay with this, I think. Except for Supersonic, that kind of sucks. Of course it did. Ooh. Ralts is out of commission already. Didn't even get a single hit. I don't know. I'm contemplating taking Ralts out now. Like, it's gonna be a difficult road to train him. And in all I know Water Gun's probably gonna wreck Aeron, but I want to try it. I mean, what is his defense? I gotta look this up. Headbutt did an amazing job too. Ralts. So Ralts, don't hit yourself. And there's Water Gun. That's dangerous. So if we go to Gardevoir, don't do it. It hit itself. This Wingull is God tier. He can take out Mewtwo. Base stats. Is that for... In generations 3 through 4, Gardevoir has a base experience yield of 208. I mean, his defense is pretty low. We could... I don't know. I'm very... I mean, what other psychic type do we have in this game that aren't like Kanto Pokemon? You could also go with Alakazam, which is just a tank. Like, he is powerful. Use Water Gun. Yeah, we'll go with something else. Tackle? I mean, what if we looked up... Pokemon games. This would be Ruby and Sapphire. Is there a link to the actual Pokédex? Ruby and Sapphire Pokédex. There we go. So, looking at some Psychic type Pokemon, you have Gardevoir. You have Alakazam. Alakazam I don't want to use, obviously, because it's a Kanto Pokemon. Ralts is only Psychic. Even Gardevoir is only Psychic. Then you don't have anything until you get to Meditite and Medicham, which are Fighting and Psychic. That would take out. That would be two types that we could potentially use. And I'll be honest, I don't think I've ever used it before in a battle. Then you have Spoink and Grumpig, which are only Psychic types. We don't have Lunatone, we have Solrock in this version of the game, so we only have Rock and Psychic, but we already have Rock because of Aggron. Then you have Claydol, which is Ground and Psychic. We already have Ground because of Swampert. How many Pokemon you got again? Why does it seem like it's taking forever? You have Starmie, which is Water and Psychic, but we already have a Water type. Chimecho, or Chimek, I think it's Chimecho. I've always pronounced it that way. That's pure Psychic, doesn't have the best stats. You have Wynot and Wobbuffet. That's a Gen 2 Pokemon. Naotu, Xatu, those are, and Girafarig, those are all Gen 2. Level 24, thank you very much. Then you have, obviously we don't want to go into the legendaries with Deoxys and Jirachi and Latias and Latios. But then you have Beldum, which is Steel and Psychic, but that would also take out Aggron, which I want to use Aggron. So do we just forego a Psychic type? Or do we go with Beldum? I don't know. There's a lot to think about yet. So moving forward, we are now entering Route 113. And they got ash falling from the volcano. So this is a cool little area. You can get a soot sack where you can actually collect. Oh, Sandra! You can actually collect the soot and trade that in for things. We'll get into that in the next episode, though. I think that's going to round up this one. So I will see you guys in the next episode. Until then, take care, and as always, peace out.